of our conversation with Dr. Rhonda Wells-Wilbon about finding healing and wholeness on the other side of abuse. And you know, when I ended with you last time, I reminded you, as I always do, that greatness is your birthright. And so in a space of understanding that and owning that, we cannot end this conversation without talking about the healing process.
Right.
The abuse happened, so then what now? And that's what we want to talk about now, how to help you move to a place of healing and wholeness. So what does that look like in the scope of the work that you do?
Yeah, that's interesting. One of the things I would like to say before I even answer that question is, you know, this has been the most rewarding work I've ever done. And I think I've done some amazing, important work. I mean, I've been a professor for 15 years. I've taught students. But working with this population, people ask me, well, isn't that stressful? You know,
right.
It absolutely is not stressful. It's the most rewarding work that I've done, because when people get to the point of actually coming in for services and they know that they're coming in for therapy, they have so needed to get that. And so they finally have reached a stage in their life where they want to do the work, that they realize that this has caused so many challenges for them. And so they're really ready to do the work. And so I become a facilitator in that process.
Even as a point of clarity, is there a such thing as too late? I mean, for our audience that's looking and saying, you know, I was sexually abused, I've messed up my life, I've been in drugs, I've been in jail, I've just, you know, done all things wrong. Is it a such thing as too late to start your healing process?
It is never too late. And the reality also is, even prior to coming in for professional help, we're always in a mode of healing. Even when we're fighting against it, we are still in a process of healing. So people are always healing. When they come for professional help, that just means that they've reached a stage where they realize that they want to take it to the next level. But I would never take anyone's personal healing process away from them. When they, you know, you're a walking, healing person every single day, you put your feet on the floor.
So let's talk about steps. What are some healing steps? Like, what is the first thing, the second thing, the third thing in that process? And again, I recognize that you said everybody's process is different. But for that person who's sitting here listening to us and saying, they are talking to me.
Right.
What's the first thing they need to do?
Well, I mean, one of the things I see happen a lot is people have a lot of pent-up anger. You know, and angry at a variety of different people. For children, a lot of times they're angry with their parents. They're angry with their parents for not knowing, or they're angry with a parent who may have been their abuser. And so working through that anger, I think, becomes one of the first steps for a lot of people. And then once they have started to process that and deal with that, then they can begin to do some of their own healing. Because the reality is, we can't change anything that has happened.
This is true.
But what we can change is how we move forward in our lives. And so having someone to help you to process that and to work through that is so, you know, I think amazing for a lot of the clients that I work with.
So step one is getting to someone on a professional level. No, but before that, I guess the step one is making the decision.
That's absolutely
right. Step one is making the decision to get some help, the decision to say that this is bigger than me.
That's right.
And that I need a third party to step in and help me process that. And then step two is getting to the professional.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, and so I'm there. I'm at your door. I'm knocking. What should I expect?
Well, what you should expect is that I am going to allow you to define what your healing process is going to be like. That I recognize that each individual person who comes before me, they have their own story, they have their own experience, and so you as a client, I'm going to use everything that you tell me to help you help yourself.
Amen.
And one of the things I have done quite a bit with clients is, I mean, they write letters to their abuser. They may or may not give it to them. They go through a lot of different rituals to help them to kind of fold back and unwind some of the different things that have been traumatizing them, you know, throughout their lives. But it is a very individual process. So, but the first thing that you can expect is it's going to be designed around who you are and what your needs are, and where you feel empowered. what I found is, I'm so sorry, I don't know, because this is so important, I just want to say this before I forget, you know, I'm getting old. I'm getting old. I want to say one of the things that I find is a lot of clients use their own spiritual foundation.
That's true.
You know, for their healing. Mm-hmm. And if they have that as something that has been powerful for them, then we use that as a way to help them to,
fantastic. You know, there is a time and a place for everything, and I believe that now is the time and the place for you to heal, for you to really get what you need out of life, and for you to really say to yourself, enough is enough. This violation has wreaked enough havoc in my life, and I'm bigger than it, and I'm bigger than the person who abused me, and I'm no longer going to give my power away. Instead, I'm going to own my power, and I'm going to live in my power. That's what I hope you take away from this conversation. I'm so proud of you for watching. I'm proud of you for getting up every day and continuing to live despite what has happened to you. And I'm proud of you for the steps that you're going to take to continue to heal. I'd love to hear from you to know what that sounds like and what that looks like and what that feels like in your own life. Dr. Welbon, thank you again so much for being here and for having this conversation with us today. Is there anything else you want to leave with our audience?
No, I just want people to get the help that they need.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure people know this. I do provide therapeutic services. I can be reached at rwilbon@gmail.com, and truly, it can be something that you can move to the next level. It doesn't have to be something that paralyzes you.
Amen. 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 Remember, greatness is your birthright. Therefore, you need no one's approval or permission to be great. Love you.